Hello everyone, welcome to YCS Perla Rhino. I'm your host, Shmirlin Shmirlavnis, and this is my co-host Clyde. In today's feature match, we have Joshua Schmidt on Fiendsmith Primite and Yosan on Snake Eye Azamina. It's shaping up to be a good match today. In Joshua Schmidt's opener, we have Ghost Ogre, Bestial Magnamut, Nibiru, Dominus Purge, and Fiendsmith Tract. We're going for the standard Fiendsmith combo off a Tract for Lurie for Requiem. Here we are discarding Lurie. It doesn't seem like Yosan has any non-engine, any hand traps in hand, which is going to be really interesting, which means we have full combo on Josh's side. Alright, we're going into Requiem, and I'm going to presume Requiem into Lacrima. Something I'm kind of noticing here is both of us have the newer Master Duel mates, the Sky Striker mate and the Engraver mate. I'm personally an Engraver mate, somewhat of a Engraver mate myself. I did rock the Sky Striker mate for just a little bit, but the Engraver mate is so much better. Anyways, we're going Lacrima, Dump, Engraver, and Engraver Special Summon itself. Here we are. Shuffling back the Lurie into the deck. Engraver in defense position. We got a lot of different options we can take here. We can either go for Caesar or we can go for Desiree.
Want to go through sequence here, I think?
There are so many different ways to our fusions, however. We got the Tract Fusion, we got the Sequence Fusion, and I believe you can also make Caesar off of Necroquip. But we are going for the Tract Fusion here. Going to summon Lacrima. So it looks like we're going to Caesar, Lacrima summon Engraver from the grave, and then overlay into Caesar.
That's how the mate works.
Alright, and here's the Caesar. And it looks like it's just going to be Caesar Set Purge Pass. This is not a terrible hand at all. Caesar having 2 special summon negates and 3 hand traps on board is really, really strong. But is it enough to stack up against Snake Eyes? Alright, draw phase, standby phase into main. And now in main 1, we are going to special summon a Kashtira Unicorn. Really, really annoying card. There are a lot of 1-ofs in Fiendsmith that could really, really hurt the Fiendsmith combo.
Yeah.
We're going to let the Kashtira Unicorns grab back that berth. And let's see what's happening next. And they have the Snake Eye Ash in the opener. Okay. Normal summon Ash, you get the deal. Ash for Poplar, Poplar for blah 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 blah. And we are going to purge the Ash. To be honest, I haven't actually read most of the Dominus cards. I completely forget what this does. I think this one's like the Ash Blossom-like effect that locks you out of like half your attributes or something. I don't know. I'm like a little bit underqualified to be commentating here, but who cares? Fuck it, we've all. Anyways, we purge the Ash. There are a lot of different plays we can go into here, and they just hard open the Bonfire. We're going to Bonfire for Poplar here.
If you're not gonna use it properly, Master Duel, huh?
And here's the Poplar, special summon Poplar, and we are going to Caesar the Poplar. When it comes to the Caesar negate, we also do pop the Poplar, so the Poplar will actually be able to grab something from the deck, I believe? No, it will be able to set itself, so Snake Eye Ash will still be able to send off the Poplar for Snake Eye Oak. And there's the Unicorn. Poplar chain blocking the Unicorn. Unless I'm stupid and that's not how chain blocks work. And we have Poplar set itself. And then Unicorn banish. Sequence. Caesar. Oh, they're thinking. Typhon? Typhon is a very, very interesting choice. And we are activating the Lacrima in the grave to shuffle back to special summon the Requiem. For the Requiem to bring back the Lacrima and dump the Paradise, I believe.
It's fine at least judgment of
The
that
Snake Eye
too?
player
Yeah.
still has 4 cards in hand here, but we do have Caesar and 3 hand traps. So the amounts of interactions on both sides are fairly even, although the Bestial Magma is not going to be doing much in hand. Joshua Schmidt is on Fiendsmith Primite, so we will be able to add the Ether Barrel off the Magnamut. And here's a D-Bell Star from the hand. Just starters galore. And now with Paradise and Grave, we actually do have a spin. We can dump the Caesar and spin anything we want to the grave. So here's the D-Bell Star grabbing the OSS, the Wanted, the... Thinking really hard. And there is the Subversion. The Subversion is going to put back the Caesar. And now we are left with only hand traps and the Paradise. We still have quite a lot of options here. The Nibiru is going to be incredibly high value. And the Snake Eye Ash is going to send off the Kashtira Unicorn to bring out the Oak. Snake Eyes is one of those decks that just really has so many starters, and everything is just extenders as well. A lot of modern decks now, like Ryziel, kind of follow this sort of everyone is a starter and everyone is an extender kind of thing, where the entire package is just starters and extenders, and you just jam a billion hand traps, but it does not look like the Snake Eye player drew into any of them. It's not like they'll need it though. They still have 3 cards in hand. They have hella gas. They could probably still build their board through even all of this. And here is the Poplar going to grab a Spell Trap, the OSS, Divine Temple. Here we're going to set the Divine Temple. And we're going to think on the Divine Temple for a sec. The Nibiru is also live now, so we are able to use that Nibiru pop. Spin, pop, spin, pop. And here's the Oak bringing out the Flamberge. Now that the Flamberge is on board, we are able to bring back the Snake Eye Ash and the Snake Eye Oak. There are lots of link materials on board. And Josh is going to go for the Paradise here. Paradise sending off the Caesar. Ooh, it looks like Josh is going to go for... It looks like we're going to force out the special summon on the special summon on the Flamberge. And that's going to cause the Flamberge to special summon and actually trigger the Nibiru. Actually, wait, is Nibiru quick effect? I am not qualified. Oh, it is quick effect. And now that we forced out the special summon, we get to Nibiru the entire board. If the Snake Eye player has nothing to say to this, then there is absolutely no follow-up. I have no clue how they'll be able to bring it up. There's no normal summon. I don't think they have any other starters in hand. Ooh, and there's the cross out. Ooh. No matter how good you plan, you really cannot just plan around the cross-out designator targeting the Nibiru. Great play off of Joshua Schmidt, but it's all for nothing because of the cross-out. There's nothing you can do about it. And now, Yosan, the Snake Eye player, has full combo here. So that Nibiru is not going to fire. There's a lot of different things that the Snake Eye player could do here now. And there is the Kashtira Birth. And on the effect of Kashtira Birth, we are going to Ghost Ogre, preventing them from getting back their Kashtira Unicorn. And now, all we really have, we've used up the Paradise, we've used up our Purge, we don't have our Caesar anymore. All we really have now is the Bestial Magnamut. Bit of thinking here. I believe Yosan here is only on Snake Eye as a Mina, so I don't think that they have Fiendsmith in their extra deck. If this was Fiendsmith Snake Eye, then they would be able to go into Moon, into Caesar, or Desiree, or literally anything. But here they're going to link off into IP Masquerena. We have Poplar, Diabell Star, and IP Masquerena. The Poplar goes off for a Linkaribo. I wonder what kind of board we're trying to build here. We do have the SP here, the SP Banish here. Ooh, we're actually linking off the IP Masquerena and the Linkaribo for a Promethean Princess. Promethean Princess bring back the Flamberge. There's the Flamberge, and the Flamberge is able to put back the Lacrima. Yep, there it is. There's the effect to put back the Lacrima, presumably. There it is. And now the board is absolutely, completely clear. We have, I do believe we have lethal here. 3 plus 2 plus 2 is, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 500 plus 700 is 12. That is 8,000. That is definitely game. But we do have the Bestial Magnemite in hand. We're going to take the Promethean, and we are able to live one of these punches off the Bellstar here by banishing the IP Masquerena. We live to fight another day. We are actually banishing the Linkuriboh and not the IP Masquerena. Here's the Magnemite. The Magnemite is going to add the Ether Barrel in the end phase. Swing with Flamberge, taking 500, and that is going to be the battle phase, I believe. Just barely surviving lethal off of that Bestial Magnemite. Thinking main 2. And it looks like that's going to be it. Question mark? Okay, linking up the Promethean for Hita, the Fire Charmer. What fire do we even have in Grave? Oh, we don't. It's just for the Promethean pop. And we're going to set 1 and have the Promethean pop on board. And now in the end phase, Joshua Schmidt is going to grab back the Ether Barrel. Now it's Josh's turn. We draw into Lordly Load. Really, really good top deck. Opponent thinking in the draw phase. And stand by main. Here we go. There's a lot of different plays we have here on the crack deck. We have the Engraver in the grave. We have the Ether Barrel in hand. And we have the Lordly Load. The Lacrima and the Caesar may be in the back row, and we may not have any way to access them, but we still do have a lot of strong options here. The opponent Yosan here does have the Promethean Engrave and some unknown set cards, so we do have about a 3-to-1 here. We have the Engraver, the Barrel, and the Lordly Load, which is 3 pieces, to the Promethean and the unknown set card. We are going to place the Lordly Load in the 4th zone here to hopefully avoid an Imperm. The opponent is going to think on the Lordly Load. And, ooh, I completely forgot that the Flamberge has a quick effect on him. He's going to steal that Caesar. The Caesar does not have any materials on it, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference, but it is another body on the board. And we are going to add the Primite Drill Beam off the Lordly Load. Yep. And we're going to activate the Primite Drill Beam to reveal the Ether Barrel in hand and negate and banish the Flamberge Dragon. So now it's just the Caesar and just the Hita. We now have the Set and the Promethean Princess. And we are going to normal summon Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. And Ether Barrel is going to activate. I forget what this fucker does. Opponent thinking on the Promethean. And we are going to... We're going to... Imperm the Ether Barrel. So there's the set card. Nice foresight off of the Lordly Load to not place it in the middle column. I don't think I would have thought to play around that because I'm a bit of a dumbass. And Drill Beam is going to activate from the grave to set itself because we control a Primite or a normal monster. And the Engraver is going to come back. We're going to shuffle back the Caesar to special summon the Engraver. And now that we have 2 bodies on board, we have a Light Fiend, we have Ether Barrel, we have a lot of different plays here. We can go to Fiendsmith plays, we can go into any kind of other Link shenanigans, but mostly Fiendsmith because this is a Fiendsmith Primite deck. And there is the Promethean Princess popping the Hita to pop the Engraver. The Snake Eyes player does seem to be on the back foot here, even after the cross out on the Nibiru, giving them a lot of extra ground. They do seem to be fumbling the bag a little bit here. we do still have the Lordly Load effect. We're going to special summon the Dippity from the deck. Now we have 2 4s on the board. We're going to choose to leave them on the board instead of going into a sequence or a requiem. And we're going to end on exactly Drill Beam. There we are. So now we have Drill Beam on board and Nibiru in hand, with the opponent having almost nothing, I think. They do have the Promethean to bring back things, but we are going to immediately Drill Beam the Promethean during the draw phase. So now we're left with nothing but an empty Caesar and a Divine Temple on board. It's all going to come down to this top deck here off of Yosan.
Baguska's so good here? No, Baguska, I can't make Baguska there even if I play it. Because I need the vanilla for Drill Beam. That's the thing, most of the time you can't overlay the Dippity, that's why I'm not playing Baguska.
Alright, immediately going to the battle phase, we're going to actually punch the Ether Barrel. We're actually going to punch the Ether Barrel instead of punching the Dippity, which is a very questionable choice. Punching the Dippity would have cut him off from his normal monster. But we're going to punch Dippity, going to main 2 for the Deception. Going to tribute off the Caesar to go ahead and grab off the top the Hallowed Azamina. And the Hallowed Azamina is going to send off the Deception for the Mu Archipelago. And we're going to go into Azamina plays now. We're going to add a Sinful Spoils card. I believe this is the OSS. No, it's the Wanted. My bad.
They'll probably kill me if they don't go in.
And we're going to Wanted for Diabellstar. We got a lot of combo potential here, but Yosan needs to be a little careful here because he does know that there is Nibiru in hand.
Did they just activate Wanted? Why'd they activate Wanted?
If they special summon a little bit too much, if they overextend, they are going to be met with a Nibiru, and the game will be essentially over. Here's the Diabellstar. The Diabellstar is going to add a Spell Trap directly from the deck, and that is going to be the OSS. We have had all 3 of our Snake Eye names in rotation here already. Our Ash, our Poplar, and our Oak. So either they have another copy of a level 1, or they have some random surprise level 1 fire in their deck somewhere. It's either that, or they end on simply just OSS, or OSS and Diabellstar.
They 2 Oak or not right now. Even if they do play 2 Oak though, there's no more Flamberge.
And we are able to activate the OSS, so we may have that second Oak, possibly. And there is the second Oak. We're going to activate Oak effect. This is going to get us into 4 summons. If they go into 5 summons, it's a little precarious. There's the 4th summon on the Snake Eye Ash. The Ash is going to grab back the Subversion, putting back the Dippity, which is a little rough now. We are actually able to get rid of the normal summon. If they pass here, then they will be able to play under the Nibiru, but we do have Crackback on. We do have some play on the Crackback. Hallowed Azamina shuffling back the Mu Archipelago to put it back into the hand. If we do make this the 5th summon here, then we are going to be in a bit of trouble because of the Nib. It's all up to Yosan's decision here, though. We're going to Link Summon SP Little Knights. Activating Poplar Engrave. That is our 5th summon as well, so we are able to Nib. Putting back the Oak. End phase. We're going to activate the Deception and the end phase, and we are going to lose to timeout. What a game. What a game. What a game. Snake Eye player.
Annoyed by the fact that they timed out.
Hold on.
Because I am like 90% sure I win this anyways, even though their hand was the most custom hand you can draw. And I'm actually sick right now that they lost because of time limit, because I would have beaten them no matter what, I think.
And that is the game. The Snake Eyes player did absolutely have an incredibly crazy hand, 4 starters plus crossout. And despite that, they were not able to build up a board against Fiendsmith Primate. And yeah, that was our feature match, Joshua Schmidt versus Yosun here at YCS Pearl Rhino. I've been your host, Shamir Lemons, Shamir Lavness, and this is my co-host Clyde. And thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the imaginary event.